Hello. So this is something I've been thinking about for a while. And I've not known whether to make a video about it or not. But this Christmas especially, I just feel like it might as well have just been like a long weekend or something, because it had nothing to do with anything that I knew that was Christmas when I was growing up. We actually went out on Christmas Day, and we went to this. It was an Indian place. Not my choice, but I was asked to go, and it's nice to be asked to go somewhere. And usually I cook our Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. I have done for the last 7 years, maybe. No, less than that, maybe 6 years or something like that. But anyway, however long it is, the last 5-6 years. So I thought, okay, we'll go. It's a kind of a break from it. It'd be nice not to have to spend all night the night before cooking. So we went, and it was terrible. Because I don't know about you, but to me on Christmas Day you should eat a Christmas dinner. It's traditional. So that's what I wanted to do. So they brought out this thing that they were calling a Christmas dinner, right? And I'll describe it to you, right? Because it was crap. The meat, I don't know who cooked it. I don't know what the chef's name was, but I got a feeling it was what's his face? Beautiful. Oh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, it was obviously meat for sandwiches. I want to say. I feel like I'm trying to think, and Colonel Sanders is the only name coming into my head. Bernard Matthews, that's him. I don't know who the chef was, but I think he was called Bernard Sanders. Bernard Matthews, Bernard Sanders. It was terrible. It's like they just got some meat that you'd have on butties or something. So that was the meat, and with it we got like I'll emphasise that again, one roast potato, which was obviously from a bag of frozen roast potatoes. I'm thinking of a 4-letter word that describes this so-called meal. There was Paxo with it. It was mostly water. What else did they put on it? I think I got 2 sprouts, and that's it really. Oh, and they put like a garnish on with lemon. What? And gravy, which was just essentially brown and water. It was. I want to say the S word. I want to say it so much, but I'm not going to. S hit. That's what it was. A load of S hit. And then, like everybody else, not everybody else, some of the others had the same. On the mash, it was smash. I'm really wanting to swear, I really am. It was like they cooked it and then let it go cold and then warmed it up again. It was revolting. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it, right? I wouldn't try and make like a chicken korma from scratch, because I don't know how to do it. Or if I was going to do it, I'd learn how to do it. I wouldn't just like, oh, it'll be good enough. No, it was bad. It was really bad. I'm trying not to swear. The word's right there on my lips. I want to say it. I've actually been. My mum used to work in old people's home, and the food they got in there was better than the food that was put in front of me on Christmas Day. Rubbish. And then some of the others had curries. Right, I actually had an Indian starter, and they were saying, "Oh, have that is better." Yeah, well, what was probably the soup that they had on the menu was like out of a packet, going off the rest of it. So I won't go on there again. But anyway, I kind of went off the point a little bit. This is the point I want to make. The media, they've destroyed Christmas. There isn't a Christmas anymore. Traditional Christmas that we used to get, that I grew up with and people of my generation grew up with, it doesn't exist anymore. You don't get Christmas songs. You get this shit. I said it now, haven't I? You get this pop music that doesn't mean anything. It's totally throwaway. Simon Cowell type rubbish. And none of the traditions are there anymore. You just get it's like a hollowed out shell. They've hollowed it out, and now they're parading around in it like a skin suit. So this is what I say. I don't want it anymore. I'm not going to celebrate it on December the 25th anymore. We need to transplant it to another date. Right, well, Jesus wasn't born in December. We do know that for a fact. Or I know it. I know he wasn't because I've been looking into it. Alright, you know, you might say, how do you know it for a fact? Alright, I can't say 100% fact, but it's a good bet that he wasn't. Number one, the shepherds would not have the livestock out at that time of year because it's too cold. So that's a cast iron fact. And it says in the Bible that he was born on the Feast of Trumpets, which is in September or October, from what I can tell. So what I am proposing is this. Pick a date between the lot of us. I would say 9/11. Right, why? Well, because that day needs to be remembered. And a lot of people have forgotten it now. A lot of people died on that day and people are forgetting it, so why not have it on that day? You know, and you can tell me I'm wrong if you want. You can pick another day, it could be in October, but I think have it on that day, and then you can have two meanings. You can have your family time and you can remember that as well. That horrible act of terrorism. And you can, you know, if you're religious, if you're Christian, you can pray for the people who died if you want. And, you know, it gives it a little bit more meaning. Because it wasn't only Americans who died on that day. And I'm not saying it wouldn't matter. I'm not saying that if it was, then it would be less important of an event. But it wasn't. There was people from other countries as well. I only say that because that always gets thrown out. Anyway, so I think, basically, you know, for argument's sake, the 9th of September, the 11th of September, it's 9/11, we do it a different way around over here. We have the day then the month, not the month then the day. That's why I get confused. But September 11th anyway. And, you know, you can have it as like instead of Christmas Day, we call it Real Christmas, or give it some name like that. I don't know, I haven't worked out all the, you know, the points to it yet, but that's what I think, because the mainstream media, especially Hollywood and the music industry, they've stolen it. It's not ours anymore, and I don't want to give them any more money. I don't want to give Hollywood any more money because of the way they are now, or the music industry, or anything like that, because there's all these things that I don't agree with. I'm not going into them, but they're doing things that I don't agree with, so I'm not funding it. So I think we should have a substitute Christmas Day. That's how I'll say it, and have it maybe on September 11th. So tell me what you think. Anyway, this is something I thought of 2 years ago, and I didn't do it. But I think this year, 2023, is the year I want to do it, and I'm giving the idea to other people if you want to do it as well. And it's not about giving presents out and stuff like that. It's just you pick the people that you want to spend the day with and spend the day with them. That's basically it. Just get across the road. Yeah, so you can give presents if you want. That's up to you. I mean, it's not an official holiday or anything, obviously, because it's just come out of my mind. But, you know, you could spend the day with your family or with your friends and just have a good time. And if you're religious, all the stuff that you would do on Christmas Day, do on this day instead, and it won't be corrupted or, you know, brought down by the commercialism of you know, of the media and Hollywood and all that rubbish. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I've gone on long enough. Tell me what you think in the comment section, and if you think the video deserves a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, and if you agree with me, give it a thumbs up, and tell me in the comment section too. And if you're not subscribed, you know, think about subscribing. I'm just walking home, so a lot of this is just ideas off the top of my head. I'm going to write it down, some ideas, and then I'm going to try and work it out into something more that makes more sense. But basically, remember this: they've ruined Christmas Day. They've ruined it. It doesn't exist anymore. I want the Christmases like when I was growing up, and I'm not going to get them. So the only way, I think, The only way to beat them is to completely let it die and start something new. Start our new thing, you know, at a different time of year that they don't even know about. It's like if you know about the Rippaverse, he's starting his own comics. Well, it's kind of in the spirit of that in a way, I suppose. You know, stop funding people that hate you. They want, you know, they hate Christmas time, but they want your money. Well, fine, let them hate it for free then, that's what I say. But anyway, let me know what you think. I'm going now. Thanks for watching and bye for now.